good, guys? It's Cream, aka Miss Cream of Crap. I'm here with Peter Maxwell Scenekillers. He's the owner of Scenekillers, and we're in his garage. You gonna stand outside? You gotta introduce me to your garage. So,
alright, come on.
the first thing that caught my eye was this beauty right here. Mainly because it reminds me of my late father. He had a car similar to this. So,
81.
Tell me about this beautiful car right here.
81, Corvette,
Yes.
C3 body style. Probably had about a year. Really often everything I really did was kind of vintage, so that's pretty much where we at.
Yes. I love this car.
That's cool. You do what it's supposed to do.
He's a do what he's supposed to do. I love it. Yes. Every time I see these, I mean, you don't see these that often, but when I do see these, they remind me of my dad. His was maroon. So
that's probably what color this was, to be honest.
Yeah. His nickname was Snow. He's from down East 40th. So R.I.P. to my dad, Snow. So let's talk about these bikes. Yeah. So you call them hood rats.
Yeah, that's what these are.
These are hood rats.
Yeah,
so we will. Let's start with this one over here, and then we'll come over to this one. So
this.
Well, first tell me why you call them hood rats. I love it. It says coffee and cream, so everybody knows I'm cream. I got a segment called Coffee with Cream. So this bike, I'm gonna say this is my favorite just because of the name and the color. So tell me why you call it hood rats.
Rat rods built in the hood is pretty much the, what I'm off into.
Okay.
I mean, it's just my style. Just parts and pieces, put them together, put a little paint on them, depending on what you're looking for.
Okay.
Got this, like I said, this coffee and cream right here. This coffee. She got split personalities. That's why she, she compliment.
Okay. This is like this is me and a bike right here. But she needs some hips for it to be me. But I love her. I love her. I like this one.
Kind of slim.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing.
This is my homeboy London joint right here.
Okay.
This is German crotch rocket. This is 75 sportsman.
Okay.
Primarily all the other bikes that you see up here are waiting to be fixed.
Okay. So can you tell me about this bike over here? Because this bike looks like it's pretty heavy.
This is a female bike.
Okay.
This is a female bike. She ain't here to do some music on here. I do bike.
Let me come around.
Kind of sagging in the ass, but we're getting together.
So is this your bike?
No, I ride
fixing
hood
it for someone else?
Yeah.
So you only ride hood rat?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I ride my own bikes. I got a Harley, but I'm gonna put it together to be for sale. It ain't for me to ride.
So how did you get your love for hood rats? Like what's your love for those bikes?
My love for bikes, period, started way back in the day. BMXs. As a kid, you always had something. You had to have you a cool bike when you was a kid. So it's like from BMX, that's the race, BMX. Put your own bikes together for BMXs. So that's pretty much where the bike builder side of everything came from. I went to low rider bikes.
So you got the Schwinns up here?
Yeah, I'm a Schwinn dude.
Okay. I used to live in Chicago when I was young. If you didn't have a Schwinn, then you wasn't cool.
That's where the factory at.
Yes.
This was magic happened back here pretty much.
Okay, well take me back here to the magic.
As you can see, we got Schwinns. Schwinn is everywhere.
Here, let's go back to the Schwinn factory.
These bikes pretty much in the process of being built. Got different stages. So that's like a 78 shovel head. We get some time soon.
Okay.
Bagger. That's a sportsman. Diamond. Soft tail. This is my bike also.
This is your bike?
Yeah.
You can tell in your face how much you really love bikes. Like the love is in your face.
Yeah, bikes is my life. Like I say, them trophies up there from Back in the day when I used to race.
At the top up there?
Yeah, them old trucks.
Did you have a big wheel when you were younger?
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Look,
you gotta ride into the center of the wheel.
Were you one of the ones that had the kind with the brake on the side and you was skirt out?
No, yeah. That ain't really last long. Yeah, big wheels, green machines. I had a big wheel. I wasn't fortunate enough to have a green machine. And everybody knows the green machine is 200.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got graffiti on the wall. I got homeboys who used to come through it. When I first got the shop, they tagged everything up for me. There was personality in this joint.
Right.
Dude, Dave. Folks on the other side, we got yoga.
So how important is it to you to remain authentic to not just yourself, but to your neighborhood? Because I see like you got the tagging on the wall. Call your bikes the hood rats.
Oh shit.
How important is it to you?
I'm from East Cleveland, right?
Okay.
Angela. I don't know if y'all know about Angela, but
yes.
That's my neighborhood.
So what street in EC did you grow up on?
Allendale.
Okay.
Allendale, it's right there. All neighborhood.
Shout out to EC.
Oh, that's right. Shout out to EC, man.
Yes.
I ain't gonna get off into calling out neighborhoods because y'all already know who I'm from. You know?
But listen, anybody watching this video, if you're from Cleveland or you know people from Cleveland, you know how serious we get about our streets.
For sure.
And you know how serious we get about our neighborhoods. That's just how it is here.
For sure.
So shout out to EC. Shout out to EC.
The Ave, y'all. The Ave.
So take us to some other parts of your shop.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all a shot of these too.
Okay.
These fresh in the mail. I'll give y'all a shot of these right here. Y'all know something about them right there, them troopers. Yeah, I play them. I might catch me on the bike or something else, you feel me?
That's giving us a little bit of Snoop Dogg feel right there.
Little West Coast thing.
Little EC Snoop Dogg, it seemed like.
We got different offices. We got different situations in here. This is pretty much like my vintage shop. I'm keeping parts in here also. Okay.
So you got the t-shirts going on.
Yeah, polo. It's polo for sale. You can get some polo in here too. We got house shoes for sale. I make these purses, cigar box purses.
Okay.
Get something going.
I see you're all around businessman.
Trying to think. We got art on the walls. All this art on the walls is basically from, family members. Excuse me, people like that sort. Eccentric living. This is eccentric hip hop shop.
Okay.
All my time really been on the bike side of everything, so I eventually get this together. Slow motion for me.
So not only are you a businessman for yourself, but you're also providing opportunities for other entrepreneurs and business owners.
That's my pops, rest in peace.
So this is your dad?
Yeah, y'all. Yeah.
So how much of this business and all of your endeavors come from things that your dad taught you? Or things that your dad instilled in you?
My father, he went into bikes.
Okay.
He was a factory worker, you know, he provided for the family and good black man, you know what I'm saying? He instilled what needed to be instilled into him. So, yeah, rest in peace to Pop.
So he put that work ethic in you?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because he really wanted me to just get a job and work. You know what I'm saying? That was his whole get out, and I was just like.
That's how those older black generation is. Like, when you
sure.
go get a real job?
Yeah, when you go get a job. When you go get a job, you know? And it was like, it's coming fast. He just, I mean, when I went to school, I went to MMI, Motorcycle Mechanics Institute out in Phoenix.
Okay.
I mean, him and my mother, you know, supported me all the way through my endeavors. You know what I'm saying?
Your certificates up there?
Yeah, that's it. Motorcycle mechanics. I got certificates from welding, machine. I'm a machinist. I went to school for machinist. Okay. But the whole thing is, I just did that to basically have it under my belt. So when it's time for me to start, you know, welding and machining and stuff like that, it'll already be in me.
So a lot of people push going to college, which is an amazing thing.
Yeah,
you went to welding school, you got a trade.
College is for, you know what I'm saying, for who they is.
Exactly.
You know?
So you got a trade. So for people out there that may not understand how important it is to get trade.
It's a trade. I mean, you can really get off into the whole situation of why they took trade up out of high schools and they need to bring it back. Because if you ain't really got a trade, you're going to have to work for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be that factory worker or that McDonald's worker. If you got a trade, you know what I'm saying? You got $1 million in your hand, and that's really what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I'm trying to use my hands and get paid. That's trade. That's essential, like, nowadays. Like I say, they're trying to take it out about the,
that's something you're trying to pass on to the next generation.
Yeah, Moto Go. Shout out to Skid Mark Garage. You know, look at this.
So, wait, you talking about Moto Go?
Yeah, Moto Go is bringing shop back to, you know, bringing shop back to schools. Yeah. And with that being said, it's giving kids opportunity to use their hands to create. You know what I'm saying? It's all about creation. That's the bottom line to everything.
Absolutely.
You gotta be able to create. Your imagination. Without imagination, where would you be if you didn't have imagination?
Absolutely.
People imagine like going to space, or people imagine cell phones, or people imagine cars. You know what I'm saying? Before they was even made, you had to imagine. You know what I'm saying? So with a vivid imagination, you can pretty much go far. Shout out to Legos. I used to play with them when I was a kid. Lincoln Logs, that's another get down.
So yeah, you talked about Moto Go. We were just over at Skid Mark Garage, and they talked about.
Shout out to Brian and Molly.
Exactly. We talked about the importance of the youth, and we talked about the importance of trades. Yep. And like you said, they really aren't pushing that right now, and that's something that definitely needs to be pushed. They're really trying to get rid of that. So
it'd be a whole bunch of an army of idiots. Basically, I'm gonna keep it real, like. Let's say you can go back to use your brain, man. You gotta use your brain.
Yes. And if you have a trade, you literally can do anything at any time, whether it's a recession, whether the economy is doing well. You can barter and trade at any time. And I don't think that a lot of people realize how important having a trade is, because you have a skill that most people cannot do, and they can't take that away from you. So I think that it's amazing that we have 2 garages that we're featuring that are promoting trades.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. And I'm happy to be here to help you guys promote this to the public, because I don't think a lot of people know that these garages exist. Yeah. And I'm happy that there are people like you, black men, that are behind these garages and behind some of these spaces. And I'm always here to push black-owned brands, small businesses, and black men.
Scenekillers. Black-owned brands. Shout out to Hood Rat.
Absolutely. You guys know I stand on it. So, talking about standing on it, we're standing in a lounge right now. This space, I love this space. It's a nice vintage feel. It's a nice little cool, like.
It's all about vintage.
This looks like the ultimate man cave to me.
It's all about vintage, man.
It has a good man cave feel. Right. So tell us all about the lounge. I see we got the pool table. Like, what's a lounge without a pool table? Yeah, we got Snoop Dogg over here. We already talked about the
shout out to Snoop Dogg,
the slippers over here.
LBC.
And we got Snoop Dogg over here holding the Coke 45.
And he represents both sides. You know? I don't drink no more, but I used to drink OE. That was my thing.
Oh, listen. You got the Corvette, the vintage Corvette. You got the Schwinns. You got OE.
Everything vintage. It's all
you just like the old school 80s Renaissance man, huh?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
So let's go into the other part.
Can't forget about the pennies on the floor. Shout out to Penny. She no longer exists.
You got the pennies in the floor.
Shout out to
This is like a floor. This is like Michael Jackson loafers right here. So listen. So we talked about an 80s Renaissance man. So if you guys don't know, back in the day, like, you know, in all the videos, the dudes used to have like the snakes on their shoulders and stuff like that.
We got a gator up here.
He got a gator.
That's Chop.
If you watch all the old videos, can I show him the gator?
Yeah, for sure.
Come with me. Look.
His tank filthy.
Look at the gator.
Time for him to be cleaned
Y'all see the
out.
gator?
Yeah, he's acting right now.
He's chilling. Oh, he won't stand up for you guys. He stood up for me earlier.
Oh, I can see it. Y'all might have called him my feeding time today.
Well, he stood up for me earlier. So, is this some more the graffiti from the artist that you told us about earlier?
Yeah, that's yoga, right? Yoga. We got yoga. We got Jank. We got Erie. Bob Peck did Black Panther.
And these are all Cleveland area graffiti artists?
Pretty much. I mean, they get up everywhere, but they based out of Cleveland.
Okay.
They get up. Now you can see bodies still.
I see you still got your Schwinns everywhere.
Yeah, they everywhere. That's what it's all about.
I see.
This where Scenekillers come to chill. You know what I'm saying? We lay back out in this one. We got movie screen. Movie nights. We have movie nights sometimes.
Okay.
Pretty much here. This pretty much the lounge.
So as we wrap up and celebrate you as a black man, as a black business owner.
Shout out to Teddy Love.
Teddy Love.
Teddy Love. Scenekillers enjoy it, man.
What up, man?
Tell us how important this space is for you.
Man.
And what this means to you for your freedom.
Y'all just don't even know.
But look, you said let's sit down and talk about this. Let me sit down next
It's crazy. I mean,
Just-
because at
just-
one point, I mean, it's for real. It's all about it. It's a dream. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I used to ride BMXs. Always motorcycles, everything, dirt bikes. Used to be in the dirt bikes. Couldn't really afford that. You know what I'm saying? Get something broke down and fix it, ride it like that. So that was pretty much my whole getting down into repairing and customizing. To be honest, I remember back in the day, like I say, when I was a kid, I always dreamed about having a shop. Not really like to the point that it's like this, but just my shop. You know what I'm saying? BMXs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, that whole, you know, what kids think about. I don't know what kids think about now, but what kids used to think about in the 80s. I say this really like a real dream come true. And I'm just pushing forward, trying to be the best that I can. And I say it's more to come to this spot right here. One day we really plan on having black entrepreneurs come and teach kids what they know. You may be a hairdresser, you may be an electrician or whatever, auto mechanic, auto body, whatever your trade is, pass it down to the youth, you know what I'm saying, get them started and let them pick and choose what they want to get into. Don't let them be forced. Everybody ain't a college student, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna be that one. I wasn't him, you know what I'm saying? So it's more of us out here, just say imagination and freedom. It's all about living your life. That's where I'm at. And it's pretty much my life. You say vintage, everything pretty much old, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I like that. I ain't really no new style. Get off into that. I'm me, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much where I'm at with it.
But thank you so much for opening up your garage and your space to me. Yeah. I really appreciate it. I love it here. I know the alligator didn't show out for the people, but he showed out for me earlier. He walked around, he opened up his little mouth and he was like, hey, how you doing? But it's real dope in here. Like, this is nice. And honestly, like, just hearing your story and just how this is like your childhood dream come to fruition. Like, I love to see that for black men. Like, I love when black men can just really have their dreams come true. And I'm able to showcase that for the world, because most of the time, black men aren't seen in a positive light. So for me to be able to shine a positive light on something for you and for the world to see, like, I'm grateful to do that.
I appreciate you.
So thank you for allowing us to
shout out to Cream of the Crop.
Yeah, shout out to me. No. But thank you guys. This is Cream, aka Miss Cream of the Crop. This is Peter Maxwell, Scenekillers.
That's right.
Make sure you guys.
Builder of hood rats.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day.